middle of the football field, catches it for a touchdown.
Would you look at that? Evergreen. Would you look at that?
Cool with the big three. Great. Takes it all the way now. Nice. All right, hey, we want to welcome you guys back to McKenzie Stadium here. Friday night football here at Clark County. We've got the second of the doubleheader out here. We had the big game tonight. Mountain View Thunder going against the Union Titans. So we've got the defending state champion Union Titans going against the Mountain View Thunder, who won their league and has won the league consecutively for the last 3 years and did make it to the semis before they got put out last year. This is a non-league game. We've got 3A going against 4A, but this has turned into a very good rival out here in Clark County. These schools are less than 4 miles away from each other. Very close football game. Last year, Mountain View actually lost the game pretty much on a turnover. 17 to 14, I do believe was the score was last year. So big crowd, big hype, and we're looking for a great game. I'm Rodney Lawrence. I got my best buddy here, Ryan Vastbinder. This is EPS Sports, and we're ready to kick this off tonight, huh, Ryan?
Yeah, we certainly are. I'm super excited for this matchup. You've got Mountain View, who's a fantastic football club, and then you've got Union, who's had a Cinderella story last year.
Yeah, they sure did.
Their one of their coaches tragically passed away due to cancer, and they went out and won a state championship.
Yeah.
So, very excited to see these two teams come back in 2019 and see what they're all about.
Most definitely. Looks like we had a malfunction there. Kickoff. Mountain View kicked the ball off before anybody was ready to kick the ball off.
I don't think we were even ready to kick the ball off
yet. No, I don't think we were either. And this time we are off to the races for good. That ball is going to go deep into the end zone, and Union is going to take the ball over on their own 20-yard line. A lot of new faces on both teams this year. Mountain View with the biggest change, graduated 21 seniors last year, and out of the 32 starters that they had. So they're pretty much coming out here with a new squad. Of course, 14 of Union's players are all gone, and they were the guys who really took them there. C.J. Jordan, transfer from Clackamas, is the new quarterback. They're going to hand that ball off to the running back right up the middle, and he is going to get a nice run before he is brought down. Isaiah Jones is going to be the running back. They come out in their familiar setup. They've got two receivers up top. C.J. Jordan, the quarterback, drops back. Has 4 men in the route. They go big right now up top for the big man. And he is going to be well covered out there. That is going to be the wideout, Merriweather. Now we're going to have a tough time trying to see these numbers. Union's got brand new uniforms out there, and the numbers are a little tough to see.
They look great, though.
Yeah, the uniforms look fantastic. Look even better on TV. We're just going to have a tough time seeing the numbers for you guys tonight, but we will do our best. Send the man in motion, and we've got movement there, and that's going to back him up 5 yards, and it'll make it 3rd down and 6. We'll reset that. 3rd down, 6. Jordan has a man out in the flat, and he is going to overthrow him. Intended receiver, number 37. And that is Marquise Cantu. That will bring up fourth down, and it will bring out the punting game. And we got the punt. He's actually going to pick it up on the run and take off. He's going to get to the 43-yard line. That's going to be number 3 for Mountain View. Alec Can. Now, Alec Can is one of the running backs. He was slated for being one of the quarterbacks. It looks like Riley McCarthy is going to be the actual running back tonight. Isaiah Johnson playing wing, and they've got 3 receivers. Looks like we got a hold up here, and they're trying to get it figured out. So we talk a little bit about these two teams here, Ryan, and we'll get into it as the game goes on, about the how big both of these teams have become here in the county. McCarthy drops back. Got a man right there in the middle. He's going to get back across the 50-yard line before he's brought down. And that is going to be Alec Can, number 3. Isaiah Johnson lined up in the wing. This time Can is the lone running back. 2 receivers on the far end. Gets that pass out there. Nice little catch. Nice run. He's going to get out there, and we're going to get a penalty flag. Looks like the officials are going to try to get on top of this game right away. We'll see what's going on here. They're going to call this unsportsmanlike conduct or what? That looks like that was Davis Delmage. Oh, personal foul against the defense. Not quite sure where that came from.
Something might have been said. A little bit extracurricular. These two teams are hot. I mean,
yeah.
This is a big rivalry in this area. And,
yeah, it's turned into one. It's definitely turned into one.
It really has. And these players are amped up and they're ready to go, and they're going to have to keep their cool out there as this game progresses.
So with that big penalty, that's going to bring first down again. Alec Can is going to take off again with that handoff from the quarterback. And he's going to get down across the 25-yard line. He's going to get down to about the 24. Looks like the 23. Make that 2nd and 5. Second down again. No running backs. Got a wing. He's going to drop back. This time he's going to roll out. Sets up again, has a man in the end zone, almost picked off there. Great job there by the, it looks like that might have been the safety coming across, trying to pick that one off. Intended receiver on that was Dominic Stevens, the tight end, who had gotten downfield and found himself in the end zone. McCarthy definitely looking for him. That'll bring up 3rd down. Delmage lines up over here on the bottom of your screen. We've got 2 receivers up top. Empty backfield. And this time, Dominic Stevens is actually going to, looks like he's going to get called. One thing they have to remember, once he puts his hand down, he can't pick it back up.
Right.
So I think that's what's going to be the penalty against him. Oh, they waved the flag. So I don't know. Maybe that rule changed because I'm sure that's why that line judge threw it. But they're going to pick up the flag, and we're going to go ahead and continue the game.
Well, I'm just glad they got it right.
Yeah, me too.
You know, that's the biggest thing. These officials are out here. They're volunteers. They're doing a great service, and they're going to make mistakes. But when they can make it right, that's what's important.
Yeah. McCarthy drops back. He's going to get flushed. Tries to sidearm that when to Kobe Gross. Unable to get that to him. That is going to bring up 4th down. Okay, so they do. Looks like they are going to run out the kicking team, and they're going to try to put 3 on the board right now.
This is going to be a 39-yard field goal.
It is
here.
We got a snap, a hold. We've got distance, and that is going to make it.
That would have been good from 49, you know.
It sure
when
would
you
have.
can have a high school kicker that has that much leg in him, it opens up so many opportunities to put points on the board when a lot of your opponents end up either going for it in this area, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or, I mean, that's really the only option they have.
Yeah, it
because they
sure
don't have
is.
a kicker that can
It
kick
sure
that
is.
far. You're in 4-down territory. You're not going to punt the ball either.
Not at all. Credit to Santiago there, putting Mountain View on the scoreboard first, 3-0. 9:40 left to play in this first quarter. So we talk about these two coaches. We know Rory Rosenbach's been down here with his fourth year. I cannot remember now. Sorry about that, Rory. But, I mean, ever since he's been here, since the regime left and he took over for him, you've seen this team take on a different persona, you know, and they come back good every single time. And there was a nice article in the Columbian about Rory about just what kind of motivator and how he gets these kids to come out here and be all they can be, not just here on the football field, but, you know, in life. And he has put together a great program that just stays strong.
Yeah, he's really done a great job with the program. You can tell that his kids love playing for him. They go out and they give their all for him. You know, and that's a sign of a great coach and a great human being.
It sure is. It sure is. Mountain View's kicking game definitely on point tonight. He puts that one into the end zone, and Union will take the ball over on the 20. Jude Millette is the kicker, and he's put 2 so far into the end zone. So Jordan brings him back out here on the field. C.J. Jordan, like we said, the transfer from Clackamas. Running back Jones. 2 receivers on the far side. Merriweather on the far side. We're going to hand that off. Finds his way into the secondary, and he's going to get tripped up. Nice open field tackle there by Alec Can.
It's going to be really exciting to watch what Isaiah Jones does this year. With him being a senior, you know, he definitely got some playing time last year.
Yes, he did.
Right, but with as many seniors that they had on the team last year, he didn't maybe get all of his opportunities that he could have.
Yeah, he sure did.
So it's going to be really exciting to see what he does for the Union.
Give him the ball again. He gets right up the middle, and he's going to get across the 30. Make it just about to the 35. It will be enough to move the chains. First down. All right, 2 running backs, split backfield. Hand that off to Jones again. Jones is going to try and cut that back, and he's going to make it to the 40.
watching that, you can tell Jones is just super quick on his feet.
Yeah.
He's able to find space and make himself real small and get through the tackles and gain good yards. I mean, he's averaging, 7-8 yards a carry at this point.
Yeah. Give some credit there to the Union O-line getting a good push, allowing Isaiah to find avenues to make better plays. Send one in motion. This time they're going to hand it off. He breaks the first tackle. Not able to get through that second one. It looks like he does get back to the line of scrimmage. That will bring up third down. Evergreen here to take the snap. Union drops back, rolls out to the far side of the field. Has Merriweather open. Almost makes that catch. Going to get a pass interference call.
But we've got another flag back here in the backfield, too, on this near sideline.
And we'll see which one trumps the other one. Alex Hogue, number 24, the defender there. Junior, 5'7", had to climb the ladder to cover Merriweather, who is 6'4". So pass interference, and what was that, holding in the backfield? So
I think it was a legal man downfield.
Illegal man downfield, okay. So we'll just run third down over again. Ulrich and Merriweather slotted on the far side of the field. Has Ulrich out there in the flat. Ulrich makes the catch. It's going to get ran out of bounds at about the 48-yard line, and that will be enough to move the chains. Three receiver set. Going to hand that ball off to Jones again. Jones turns it back upfield and is going to get into Mountain View territory. Open field tackle there by Hogue. And here's the replay.
Yeah,
just puts his foot in the ground and comes back against the grain there. Gets some nice yardage.
He's so quick to turn upfield. He
yeah,
really
he sure is. Jordan drops back, has a man open across the middle, unable to make the completion there. Trying to pick up that number. It looks like number 12, doesn't it?
I think so.
Are you guessing?
I can't see it either, man.
Trying to pick it up on the monitor as well. Missed it on both.
6:24 clock here, second and 10 for Union. At the Mountain View 39 is Jordan in the gun with the running back.
All right, Jordan and Jones. Jones gets the handoff. Jones not going to have anywhere to go that time. Looks like he might even lose about a yard. And that's going to bring up third down and 11. Three set receivers down here at the bottom of the screen. Strong side to the wide side. Jordan gives the ball to Jones again. This time Jones has nowhere to go and takes a nice pop.
That hit was made by number 30, Malachi Baddies.
That was a nice hit.
It was. Hit him square between the shoulder pads. And
Dominic Stevens comes in and cleans up the pile. Fourth down and 14, and Union is going to go for it. We'll see. Let's see what they're going to go to here. They're going to keep setting it up. And they're going to go. Nowhere to go. And the quarterback is going to get sacked. We'll credit the sack to number 44 for Mountain View.
the flag, there's a hold on the offense.
Very Ely.
That penalty will be declined, resulting in a turnover and downs.
And here's the replay on that. Let's there's the hold right down there, just kind of sitting on him. That looks more like a wrestling move there than a football move.
It really does, and I almost wondered if that hold actually prevented CJ to make his way outside.
Yeah, it could have. It could have. So Mountain View takes the ball over on downs, 1st and 10 on the 45-yard line. Gets that ball out to the flats early. Nice, strong run there. That's going to be Delmage, who we've talked about for quite some time. He's been a varsity player since he was a sophomore. Nice hard run. 2nd down and 4. McCarthy and Can in the backfield. This time McCarthy's going to keep the ball himself. Looks like he's going to get about a yard out of that. He didn't get much out of that, but it was a better idea for him to keep it than to give it to Can, because they were all over Can at that one.
They were all over Can.
Yeah. We'll give him a yard, 3rd and 3. Pitch out to Can. Delmage puts a block on there, and Can's able to get down across the 40 and get enough for the 1st down. I tell you what, I think that game last year gave Mountain View all the courage and confidence that they needed to come out here and play. They're not intimidated at all by the Union Titans.
No, not at all, especially when you lose essentially on a turnover at the end of the game.
Yep.
You know, and then you watch Union go out and
when he throws an interception, and the Union defender is just sitting right there to play catch. Not real sure what he saw there.
It's a big turnover and big momentum swing.
It is. Let's see. That is number 1, it looks like, for Union.
Looks like that's Aiden Hoyt playing there in the DB position, able to pick that off.
It was kind of hard to see who he thought he was throwing that ball to. He did have a receiver behind him. But with that turnover, 1st turnover of the night, Union gets the ball and pretty good field position. Jordan now drops back as a receiver. Now he's going to take off to scramble. And he's going to get a nice little yardage on that scramble there, and going to bring up 2nd down and 1. All right, they're going to hand it off to Jones again. Jones is going to take that ball right up the middle. Almost fumbled that. Not quite sure if Union was able to fall back on that one.
Yeah, as we were saying before the turnover, I mean, Mountain View came up and lost this game last year on a turnover. Here's the replay.
Oh, he did fumble the ball.
Definitely was popped loose. He was
it
able
bounced
to
right
fall
back.
on it.
Yeah, he was lucky.
Yeah, and then you watch Union go out and win a state championship. They're nationally ranked, and know that they hung with them for an entirety of a football game.
Yeah.
They've got all the confidence in the world right now.
Yeah, they do. They do. Jordan's going to scramble. And he actually does a pretty good job getting away. Nice little scramble there to not to get sacked and to get some good positive yards on this one and bring up a good second down situation. .236 left to play in the quarter. And here's the replay. Nice strong guy not to go down. And is able to make some positive yards out of that. Once again, hands it off. Nice spin off of the initial tackle. He's going to get across the 35-yard line. Not quite enough for the first down, though.
They're going to be just short. They're calling it 3rd and 1. I think it's more like 3rd and a half a yard.
Yeah. 3rd and a very, very short one. They're going to hand this off again. Jones is going to get the yards needed to move the chains. Looks like he's going to get down to about the 32-yard line. Winds the clock once the chain's set. Union in no hurry. Another handoff. Jones tries to bounce that to the outside, spins it back inside. And he's going to get to the 29-yard line. All right, clock continuing to run. This time, Coach Rosenbach decides he's going to call a timeout and talk about it. So let's talk about it while they're talking about it there, Ryan. Pretty good game so far.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, both teams are very strong on both sides of the football. I think, when I take a look at this Union High School's football team, it's definitely a different team because they had a lot of graduating seniors last year. But we're seeing a different football too. That so far it's been very run heavy.
Yes.
Which last year was a lot more balanced.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious, and we'll see where C.J. Jordan really fits in and where his strengths are and what are his favorite receivers to kind of look to as this game opens up. Really to see how dimensional this team is.
Yeah, I'm interested to see that too. The two big receivers that they talked about is Merriweather and Ulrich. Both of them play the outside receivers. Their slot guy, Cantu, actually does a pretty good job as well. And they've got a new running back in the game. I didn't quite catch his number when he went out there, but we'll pick that up here in just a second for you. He's going to fake it, and right there in the middle, nice catch there. Just kind of releases off the line of scrimmage and moves up the field. It'll be enough to move the chains. Right there on the 20-yard line in the red zone, number 15.
Jack Eggleston.
Jack Eggleston. I remember him from last year. So drops back again. Intended receiver out there. That does look like number 8, so that's Ulrich on a quick slant.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 as they are right on top of that red zone, 20-yard line. And it's Mountain View leading 3-0 at this point, 20 seconds to play here in the first.
Jones comes back in the game. No, actually, that Jones stays out of the game. Got a nice little sweep to the outside. He's going to get pretty good yards before he gets knocked out. Vin Loons, number 16, carries the ball. He's not that big. What they got him listed as?
They have him listed as 5'6", 140.
Okay. And that is going to end the first quarter here. Moving quarters here. Both teams running the ball. Clock's moving fast on that one. Mountain View still on top. 3-0, but Union in the red zone. On the push to put some points on the board. Pretty even so far. I mean, we didn't really see anything. Both teams being able to capitalize on a few things. Some nice runs, some big, things of that nature. Just kind of moving the ball methodically down the field is what both of these teams are doing. I think that's one thing that we might have to get used to with actually both of these teams being essentially brand new football clubs from what we saw last year.
Right.
Some of the names that we're calling tonight are familiar from, some of these kids getting some time when, getting mop-up time and things of that nature. And Rory's always been real good about subbing kids in so they get the experience so when you need them, they're ready to go, which is, and that's one of the reasons why they did so well and made it all the way to the championship game, because if one dropped out or if one got dinged or if one got banged, they can put one in who's familiar. His eyes aren't just caught in the Friday night lights. He's been here. He's done that before, and they can come out here and just be athletes for him.
Right, and depth is extremely important, and it's something that good high school football teams have.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
There's
teams out there that can have a lot of talent, but if they don't have a lot of depth, they don't make it that far because people get injured or they get tired or they run into school trouble or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden a big piece of your offense or defense kind of falls apart. And if you have that depth, you can become extremely successful.
Right. You can capitalize on that most definitely. C.J. Jordan now drops back, has a receiver open in the middle. Tried to get his receiver out there, number 15, Alec Can there in the back, almost was able to pick that one off.
Certainly
that will bring up 4th down.
That ran through 2 sets of hands.
Yes, it did. Jones had some heat on that. And we say the same thing about Mountain View. Mountain View lost, 21 starters last year,
Yeah.
and you see the quality of team that Coach Adam Matheson was able to put back on the field after losing that many players. I mean, Delmage, some of these names I've been saying for the last couple of years because he has always given, this offense allows him to use a lot of running backs. So all of them get an opportunity to play. Coach Matheson always puts together a nice program. These kids always believe in him, and they come out here and they play football for him.
Right, they really do. I mean, and not just Delmage. Isaiah Johnson.
Yeah, that's another one who's been around for a while.
Is another name that's been around for a while.
Yeah.
They're starting running back, and so he's going to definitely put in some work this season. This is opening night of high school football, and it's just really exciting to watch these two great football teams go at it.
Right.
It really sets the season off to a good start.
Two well-coached programs, and that's the good thing about it. Both these coaching staffs really care about the kids, and they put in the effort needed to make sure these guys come out here and are going to play a quality brand of football, something that we can enjoy.
Yeah.
All right, Adam has said what he needed to say, and he's backing up off the field. 4th down, Union's going to go for it.
4th and 7, 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, 1
Rory doesn't like to punt.
Jordan, and he looks right to
And they're going to make the screen play right there, and he's going to get open. Almost gets down near to the goal line. That's going to be
Tobias Merriweather.
Tobias Merriweather, 6'3". I think he is a sophomore.
He is. It's a big kid.
Yeah, he got some playing time last year late in the season.
He certainly did.
And actually got on the field in the state game, too. So, that's kind of what we were talking about. The underclassmen and the ones in the twos getting in a lot of playing time. Trip receivers on the far side of the field.
To the right, and the give is to Jones, and he gets stuck.
Jones has nowhere to go on that one.
Great job on that one.
Don't know if that was design play or if Jordan should have read that. Probably could have pulled that, kept it, and may have scored.
Yeah, the hole was there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it seems like why would you take that penalty? Some good pushes for both of those defensive fronts that we've seen so far. But now the
Is there a penalty flag on the field? They're sitting here.
Looks.
I guess he's getting ready to run the clock here, so here we go.
Look to me, we're still sitting first and goal after the Conference of the Minds.
Yeah. And here we go. 3 receivers. They're going to hand that ball off. Jones there right up the middle, turns it upfield, and is going to get down across the 5-yard line. I think they got him right about the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal. I don't know if we had an equipment malfunction or what was going on there. Making some substitutions here for the Union team. Rory trying to make sure he's got the right people out there. Sends number 9 out. Who is number 9 over there?
Number 9, we got Justin Chin.
Justin Chin.
5'11", 185.
Jones gets it. This time he's able to punch that one in for the 6 points.
Well, the way Union was moving the ball, you had a feeling that this was going to be the end result.
Yeah,
I mean, as
you
we
did.
see this replay here, Jones is able to go ahead and collect the ball, and he just powers his way. He almost gets wrapped up. He just keeps his leg moving.
Yep, he sure does. Sure does. Nice little confetti show out there for the touchdown. And we've got a kick, and that is going to be good. So 10:53 left in the first half. Union takes the lead, 7-3. Taking advantage of the turnover. Or the interception there thrown by McCarthy. And Union able to capitalize on that. And they ate up a lot of clock.
Yeah, so with that touchdown, Union's able to go ahead and get their first points of the season.
Yeah.
We got ourselves a 7-3 ball game in favor of the Union Titans.
We'll see here what Coach Matheson has dialed up for this series of play. Set up here for the kickoff. The official has given the okay. Going to catch it on the hop right inside the 5. Nice open field tackle there. Stopping them right there at about the 12-yard line, so Mountain View will take over from there. So McCarthy Riley hands that ball up right up the middle. Can doesn't get much. Actually, he's going to lose a yard here, bring up second down. Gross and Delmage are wideouts. Has a man wide open. We'll see if he's going to get all the way. He's going to get run down. And he's going to make it all the way to about the 11-yard line before he is run out of bounds. A great play call by Coach Matheson. Union not at one time looking for Alec to leak out there and get behind.
We've got a flag in the backfield. There's a chop block on the defense. It looks like that's going to be declined.
Declined, and they're going to go ahead and take this big play. Alec Can with the big catch and the big run. Got to get the chain gang down there. Get set up here. And we are looking at 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. So they tacked that penalty on to the end of that, it looks like. Alec Can gets the ball again. He's going to step upfield real hard, and he's going to make it down to about the half-inch line before he gets stopped.
I think you got to give the ball back to McCann here. Let him get that touchdown. I mean, he's worked hard for that one.
Yeah, that's his touchdown.
That's his touchdown.
That's his touchdown. We'll see if they give the ball to Alec Can one more time. This time, McCarthy sets in under center. He's going to try to take it himself, spins away from it, and he's going to get in for the touchdown. So the quarterback keeper from the 1-inch line, and Mountain View regains the lead, 9-7.
That's just wrong.
Yeah. Right.
Great drive by the Mountain View Thunder there.
The length of the field. Didn't take him a whole lot of time to do that. Millette sets up here for the extra point. And we got a tough hold, and he still gets it through. Great concentration there by the kicker.
Impressive.
And the holder there.
I mean, that ball was snapped behind the holder, and he was able to pull around and get it set for his kicker to get it through the uprights.
Good job, good job, good job, good job. All right, well, Mountain View regains the lead now, 10-7 over the Union Titans.
We might get a little shootout tonight.
It is a possibility. It is a possibility. It's looking like it. And the dangerous thing here for Union is Mountain View's got a kicker.
They certainly do. I mean, that first field goal would have been good from about 49.
So we will see here as Millette sets up to kick this ball off. And we're going to get a replay of the hold here real quick. Oh, he just kind of one-footed that. That's a soccer player.
Gets it away. This one's going to be short of the goal line.
This one they're going to actually be able to bring back here. Merriweather almost breaks free there.
Brought down by the Shoesters. That's Kevin Chen.
That was the last man to beat.
Yes, it
and
was. Yes, it
He
was.
got him up by the shoelaces. And
Kevin Chin right there to make the tackle.
Kevin Chin saved 6 there.
Yeah. Okay, so Union back on the field, first down on the 29.
First and 10 for Union. They got 2 receivers.
Tight end switch, change the strong side. They're going to run the ball to the strong side. Isaiah Jones is going to get a couple yards out of this.
All right, now so let's see how they respond. So they were able to take advantage of the interception. Between the 2 drives,
That's going to make it second down and 6.
how they come out. I like to see CJ Jordan a little bit more comfortable.
Second and 6 for Jordan and company. He's got 2 running backs back.
Jordan now is going to hand that ball off. Tries to bounce that to the outside. Gets a good shot.
And that looks like
Strings that out. Alec Can does a good job making that open field tackle. Only about a 2-yard gain on the run. That's going to be Chin he gave the ball to.
we have 3rd and 4 coming up here now. Oh, no. That was Justin Chen. Yeah, it's going to be about 3rd and 4 coming up here for the Union offense.
We haven't seen Houston try to stretch the defense here.
Got Ulrich and Merriweather set up on the far side.
Company looking at the sideline.
2 running backs, Jones and Chen.
Backfield. But it appears now we've got a
Mountain View calls timeout.
confusion on the Union side of Mountain View.
3rd and 3. Make sure there's a clear understanding on who's got who. Both teams defensively finding little areas to exploit. Each defense has been found so far.
Yeah, they really have, and Mountain View's come up with the biggest play of the night, that 76-yard pass. But, Union has been able to methodically move the football down the field like they did in the first drive. They're able to continue that, and they're going to continue to get 3, 4, 5 yards of carry. And as long as they're able to continue to move the chains, this clock becomes their friend.
Yeah, it sure does.
And ultimately, if you can keep the ball out of the Mountain View hands, you've got a good shot at winning the game.
Yeah, you do. You do, because this Mountain View team definitely came to play. They weren't going to lay down. Union back on the field. They've got 2 running backs splitting the quarterback.
3 from their own 36.
Jones offset.
We've got running backs on both sides and the receivers on both sides as well. A balanced formation. Now out of the gun, takes the snap.
Fakes it. Has it looking for a man downfield. And that's going to be in and out of the hands of the tight end, number 17. Kalen Milliken, number 17, is the tight end for and that is going to bring up 4th down, and coach hasn't kicked yet, and he's not going to kick now. And he is going to keep this one himself. Great job. He kind of finds a little opening, a crease, and just kind of gets right up in it and is going to get down to the 45-yard line for the first down.
And that's a gutsy call right there.
Yes, it is. Here's the replay right here.
Looks like they gave CJ an option here almost.
Yeah, they did.
They were able to convert,
Good
pick
call.
up the yards for the first down.
This time Isaiah Jones is going to take it. Bounces off those first set of tackles, and he's going to make it into Evergreen. To Mountain View territory, down to the 45-yard line. How confident do you think Coach Rosenbach has this squad, knowing that they don't punt?
Right, exactly. I mean, that's the third time they've gone for it on fourth down. Yep. This last time in their own half.
Drops back again, looking for a receiver. Got a big one up there for Merriweather. And Merriweather drops the ball back in the corner of the end zone. Not quite sure if the receiver if the DB got his hands in the way and kind of deflected that from him, but that is dropped right in the corner of the end zone.
Merriweather should have caught that ball. I mean, that was. Man, you can see the frustration on Rosenbach's face there, and he knows that ball should have been caught. It was a great throw. Merriweather has the speed to beat almost every defensive player out here.
Yeah. Third and 1. And they're going to give it to Chin. Chin's going to get the yards needed to move the chains. All right, so they take the field again here. Tight end moves to the far side of the field. They're going to run to that strong side with the tight end. Nice miss, but the ball is going to be fumbled. Isaiah Jones fumbles the ball on that good pop from one of the Mountain View defenders, and that is the second turnover for Union tonight.
Second turnover, second fumble.
Yes.
First one was covered by Union.
So Union's drive killed with the turnover by Isaiah Jones. We'll see what Mountain View can do with this opportunity. They're going to take the ball over in their territory. McCarthy's going to hold on to this one and keep it himself. He's going to get to the 30 about. Far sideline judge. And here's that replay. Jones makes a good run. This pop right here, and that is by Alec Can, who makes him cough that ball up. Puts that helmet right there on the football. Delmage is going to get the ball on the outside, and then he's going to get ran out of bounds. Delmage is going to get about 3-4 yards out of that one. Like about third down, and it looks like about 4. Okay, if that's 2 yards, that's a long 2 yards. Hand off to Can. This time Can has nowhere to go. Looks like he's going to lose about a yard on that play.
And that's a quick 3 downs. We're already looking at fourth and 5.
Yeah. Yeah, fourth and 4 it looks like. But that is going to be enough to bring the punt team out.
Still learning to count the little lines on the field, man.
Yeah. Matheson does believe in punting the football, so he's not going to go. He's not going to take a chance here on this fourth down. Play field position football here right now. So here we are trying to get it figured out. It looks like they've got all the players on the game. They don't have the field clocks out tonight. I'm not sure if somebody just forgot to bring them out or they're not working. So they did get the timeout called. I'm sure Matheson didn't want to waste that timeout on special teams, but
Yeah, you almost prefer just to take the delay of game penalty. I mean, that's their last time out of the half. I mean, we only got 3:50 left,
Yep.
but you know, even when we refer back to the last game earlier today, those timeouts can be extremely valuable.
yeah,
I mean, they allowed Evergreen to go ahead and get a touchdown at the end of the first quarter, first half.
Yeah. All right. Well, it was obvious that timeout was called just to prevent the penalty, and Mountain View is ready to kick the ball off.
Yeah, I mean, and it's dangerous to punt the ball. We've got Ulrich and Eggleston in the backfield to field this punt.
Yeah, not a very good punt. He's going to take it on the hop and take off. And he's going to get back to about the 46-yard line. 3:39 left to play in this first half.
We got a late flag on the field.
It's one of the Mountain View players over there trying to defend himself, so he must have got caught doing something.
Oh, personal foul on the Union Titans.
Okay, this is the second personal foul on the Titans tonight?
Yeah.
Unnecessary roughness, okay. They're an aggressive ball club, but they got to know the difference between being an aggressive ball club and being unsportsmanlike.
And you got to find that line.
Yep, you do. You definitely do. So that penalty is big, pushes them back to the 31-yard line, first down and 10. 3:39 left to play in the half. Mountain View's on top.
And CJ Jordan's got a run back in the backfield with him as well as he operates from the shotgun.
Jordan now is going to hand that ball off. Bounds off. Jones breaks into the outfield. He is not going to be caught at all. And he is going to get all the way in for the touchdown. 3:27 left to play. Big play by the Titans as Jones takes that ball from the line of scrimmage all the way in for the touchdown untouched. Nobody was going to catch it.
No, no one was. I mean, this Union High School football squad is so athletic. They're so fast. They're explosive and they're able to get by almost anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're on the defensive side of the ball against Union and you miss your assignment, it's game over.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's the second longest play of the night, 69-yard rush.
Yeah, sure is. All right, here, trying to get it figured out, get the right personnel on the field. Looks like they do now. And they're going to go for the extra point here. Coach Rosenbach looks like he's pretty upset about something right there. Don't have the right people out there on the field.
Both teams are having special teams issues tonight.
Yeah.
Just figure out right personnel and special teams. I mean,
special
you've got
teams.
so many situations, right? You've got extra points, you've got field goals, punt returns, kickoffs. I mean, who knows where you're supposed to be?
Yeah, exactly. Especially on week one, right? Especially on week one. But this extra point is important.
Oh, it's very important.
This is an important point. So Union now set up for the extra point. And that is going to be good.
That looked like another poor snap
It did.
on that
It
extra
did.
point.
3:26 left to play. Union regains the lead now, up by 4, 14-10. Union's defense did a real good job not letting Mountain View capitalize on that. And here's the replay of the touchdown. And yeah, like I said, nobody touched the young man.
Yeah, as soon as he was able to go ahead and get into that secondary, he was just gone.
Yeah, daylight. Nobody was going to be able to catch him. Mountain View on the field, set up for the kickoff. 2 men down there inside the 10. Alec canned one of them. And we're ready here for the kickoff. Caught right there at the 10-yard line. And he's going to get across the 20 down to about the 23-yard line where Mountain View will take the ball over.
This drive is really where having an extra timeout would help them with 3:18 to go.
Yeah.
Having to burn that timeout on that last possession, they may regret that decision.
We'll see how it works out for him here. All right, empty backfield, wing on the far side. Alec Can was the man he was looking for. Threw that ball behind him. Once again, shovel pass. It is a shovel pass, so it's an incomplete pass. But that was the first time that Isaiah Johnson was going to get the ball tonight, and that play was set up to go somewhere too.
It really was.
Had to hold on to that one. That'd have been a big play.
That pass incomplete, but I mean, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, it's a shovel pass. So he threw it forward, so that's an incomplete pass if he drops it. Yeah, I love that play. I love the shovel pass, yeah. I used to call that one myself, so I love that play. It's one of my faves. But, yeah, this is it's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. Screen play here, and they're right on top of that to make the stop is the Union Titans. Somebody missed a blocking assignment down there and allowed that linebacker to get right in there and make that stop. It's going to bring up 4th down, so they will punt this one away. 2:50 left. That's plenty enough time for Union to put some more points on the board. Mountain View's defense is going to have to stiffen up here for this these last few minutes. Ulrich now has dropped back to about the 40-yard line. It's a kick. It's going to take the bounce, and it's going to go out of bounds. It looks like at about the 36-yard line. So 2:15 left to play in this first half. (14-10). Union back on top.
And Coach Rosenbach has a 2-minute drill for this type of situation.
Oh, yeah.
They're getting the ball late in the half. They've got 2 minutes on the clock, and they're going to go in and try to get another touchdown before the half.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if he didn't try.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 1 timeout left.
Sets up. He's got a man going downfield. That's going to be, and almost able to bring that in. And that was Ulrich streaking down the sidelines. That would have been a nice catch.
It really would have. I mean,
and here's that replay here. Nice control there. Just not able to bring that one in all the way to the ground. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Jordan drops back, has a man open in the middle. Oh, and another pass dropped. That one dropped by Merriweather.
Merriweather's a little slow to get up there. He got hit. He got popped pretty good. He looks to be okay.
2 balls dropped there in this series. That'll bring up 3rd down now.
I mean, with having a dual threat with Darren Ulrich and Tobias Merriweather, I mean, C.J. Jordan has so many options.
Yeah, he does. He does.
To air the ball out. This is going to be a fun team to watch this season.
V.A. Ely now out there as the running back. Going to fake that. Jordan's looking for somewhere to go. He's going to take off and scramble. There, he's going to get the 1st down and some. And he'll get across the 50-yard line into Mountain View territory. Making it happen with his feet. And here's the replay on that one. Couldn't really find anybody, so he decides to pull this one down and take it for himself. It's time rolling out. He's going to get chased out of the pocket. Doesn't know where to go, and now he's going to get taken down for the big sack there by Mountain View.
I'm not sure why he held onto the ball there.
He was looking for Ulrich. He was looking for Ulrich to open up down there. Ulrich was down there by around the 10-yard line.
You know, at that point, I mean, you got to learn to throw the ball away, right?
Yes. V.I.L.E., number 44.
Yeah, that is a 2nd and 23 with exactly 1 minute left, now under the minute mark left in this first half. Jordan now waiting for the snap of the gun.
Now there's the screenplay. And they're going to give it to the running back on the screenplay. Who's that, number 15?
Number 15, that's Jack Eggleston.
No, I have 16. That's not Eggleston.
Oh, 16. Vin Long.
Yeah, there you go. That's him. We're going to roll out now. Oh, and that ball slipped out of his hands. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. 23 seconds left to play.
So we've got 4th and 2 coming up with 23 seconds remaining in the first half. By the way things have gone, Rosenbach's definitely going to go for it here on 4th down. C.J. Jordan in the shotgun hands it off to Jones. Jones is able to go ahead and get the 1st down. That's going to stop the clock as they move the chains. We've got 18 seconds left. Union still has a timeout here. Play it right. They should have time for a couple of plays. C.J. Jordan back in the shotgun. He drops back. Over the middle, the pass is high. It's going to be incomplete. We've got 3 seconds left on the clock. I'm not sure why Coach Rosenbach didn't use a timeout after they moved the chains. give yourself an opportunity to run maybe 3 plays instead of just the 2 that we're going to get out of this. Sitting 2nd and 10 with 3 seconds left on the Union 36-yard line. I'll tell you what, this has been an exciting game so far. If you're just joining us, Union 14, Mountain View High School 10. It's been a bit of a shootout, been big plays on both sides, both teams. Big defensive plays. We've got some turnovers on both sides of the ball as well. This has been a fantastic matchup between 3A powerhouse Mountain View, 4A powerhouse Union in this Clark County Greater St. Helens area. Looks like we're finally ready here for the last play of the game of the half. I'm sorry, last play of the half, not the game, excuse me. We've got CJ Jordan in the shotgun. And he's going to end up taking it himself up the middle. He's breaking out to the outside, and he's going to get stopped in the middle. That's a huge gain, but it's not going to be enough to get any more points on the board. That ends our first half here at McKenzie Stadium. We've got Mountain View High School 10, Union High School 14. As we go into the half, we're going to go ahead and take it down to the truck to Matt Griffin and Rodney the Jet Lawrence as we wrap up and start our halftime show.
EPS Sports halftime show. I'm joined by Rodney Lawrence. We've got a football game going on.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Just like last year. Good one.
Union up 14-10, trying to push through for one more touchdown before the half. How big was it, even though it was 3 points, for Mountain View to hit the boards first?
I think it was really important. I mean, we were talking about it during the show, is Mountain View's got a kicker, and that's something that they have to worry about, and I think it's going to make all the difference in the world. If this game stays this close, it could be a difference maker.
Well, and Union coming out with something to prove because they lost, what, 28, 30 something seniors?
Yeah, well, Mountain View lost 21, Union lost 14, so we got two new football teams.
Right. What are they going to do different if they've got new football teams with so many experienced players off to college or other things?
You know, one of the things about both of these teams that's so well is both of them played a lot of guys. So they, you know, a lot of them still were able to still understand, know what it feels like to play on Friday night and still, you know, and not get starstruck and frozen about what's going on because they constantly play a lot of guys. So it was good. You know, it's tough to lose that many people, but when you got kids who are ready to step up, it doesn't make it as bad.
Well, and you had those experienced players bringing them up, teaching them the systems. Unlike Heritage and Evergreen, which both have new coaches, we have experienced coaches that have been with these programs for a while and brought them to a level of success. Union, state champion.
Yes.
What do they have to do? I mean, they're not ranked in the most recent polls, in part because they lost so many experienced players. What do they need to do to prove that they're still in it to win it?
Well, I mean, they gotta win games handily. I mean, they gotta just come out here and just be methodical about the way they beat people, play good, clean, hard football, and even if they lose games, lose them in a good way. If that's even possible, just to show everybody that, you know, we're still the team to beat. You know, a lot of people are going to doubt them, a lot of people are going to gun for them, but the team that's on the field tonight is still a pretty good football team. They got some guys.
Well, let's switch now and talk about Mountain View. They made a really good run in the playoffs.
They did.
So what do they have to do now to go even deeper?
Yeah, kind of the same thing. I mean, some of the names I'm talking about tonight are some names that I've mentioned for the last couple of years. So once again, even though they lost a lot, there were kids who still got to play at sophomores, like Delmage being one of them, David Delmage. I've been calling his name for 3 years now. He's a senior. He's out there making big plays. Alec Can, another guy who's been around for a while, out there making big plays. So in the offense that Adam puts on the field is hard to stop.
It's really great when you keep saying those names over and over and over again for a couple of years, and then they really get to shine.
Yeah, it sure is.
So we're looking for a good second half. Thanks for joining me, Rodney. Looking forward to a really great season of EPS Sports. We've got 3 more doubleheader nights of football, and if the players are willing, the spirit's willing. We'll have a couple of playoff games later in the season for you. One thing that is really great for our younger football players and some of our varsity soccer teams, younger soccer teams, is something that's happening over at Heritage High School and Union High School, thanks to our Envision Evergreen facilities bond. Both of those schools have brand new turf fields, which will allow them to host junior varsity, freshman, and varsity and JV soccer games into the evening hours and host practices into the evening hours. We paid a visit to Heritage High School to see what it took to stitch that brand new turf field together. Take a look.
Our first visit to check out the Heritage Track and Field project was back on June 28th. By then, the old field surface had already been scooped away, and crews were loading in the sand and gravel base that the new turf sits on top of. This base helps water drain from the field and not pool in muddy puddles as it did in spots on the old grass field. After the base was smoothed out, we came back to see the first sections of turf being rolled out one by one across the field. Each 10-yard section was rolled into place and then stretched out to its full length and width. Workers then used a handheld sewing machine to sew each section to the next before they were flipped right side up and stretched out again. Sewing and stretching the entire field, 10 yards at a time, took just over 2 days. As the turf was being stitched and stretched into place, another crew installed new energy-efficient LED field lights, allowing for nighttime games and practices. On our next visit, we got to see some of the most intricate work of the process, cutting out hundreds of field markings, from the yardage markers for football and penalty boxes for soccer, as well as markings for lacrosse, and gluing in turf of different colors, white, yellow, and blue. Once all the field markings were laid in, tractors roamed back and forth across the field, pouring sand and then black rubber pellets that are worked into the artificial turf.
I've spoken to the athletic directors at both Heritage High School and Union High School, and they are really looking forward to those new turf fields. In fact, we will be there next week when Heritage High School has a ribbon cutting for their brand new turf field and bringing out some celebrities to help them cut the ribbon on that turf field. As we welcome a brand new school year, the Evergreen Public Schools Community Relations team spent the first 2 weeks before the first day of school heading out to every school in the district for back-to-school events, back-to-school barbecues, freshman orientations, you name it, to get a flavor of the excitement heading into this brand new school year. We wrapped up our trips to all those schools with a visit to Frontier Middle School, Pioneer Elementary School, and Silver Star Elementary School, and got some welcome back words from Superintendent Mike Merlino and School Board President Julie Bocanegra.
Good morning, Silverback. Welcome to the first day of school. We'd like to invite you to start your day in the Student Center, and then we'd like to get you headed into your first period classroom. Have a great morning.
It took several intercom messages and plenty of directions from teachers and staff to direct hundreds of students to their first classes of the day at Frontier Middle School. Students not quite sure where to go could also check class lists posted in the Student Center.
All right, do you know where your class is?
Maggie's going to take you.
Maggie's going to take you. So
Next door at Pioneer Elementary School, Principal Jenny Hayworth greeted the first students aboard the first school buses to arrive. And within minutes, students were already back to the learning. We stopped by for some of the final moments of this 5th grade music class.
welcome to the very first day of school and your very first day of kindergarten.
Our last stop, Silver Star Elementary School, where Principal Mary Shower was there to welcome batches of anxious kindergartners to their very first day of school. Superintendent Mike Merlino and School Board President Julie Bocanegra were also on hand to greet families, and had these messages to share with students and families about their hopes for the upcoming school year.
We want to welcome everybody back to the first day of school. It's always the most exciting day of the year, and the last day too, but the first day, it's always a lot of energy around all of our school buildings, and we just want all of our families and kids and students and staff. We've got fantastic staff just to have a fantastic school year.
I would echo what others say. We've got a great staff, we've got great people, we've got great professionals working with your kids, but just enjoy the experience. As a father that's had kids graduate, you'll have so many exciting and interesting and fun things happen to you over the years, and just kind of enjoy every day of it. We're real excited for 2019-20, and welcome to Evergreen.
Make it a great school year.
And we hope everybody has a great school year. Now, as we welcome back thousands of students, we're also welcoming hundreds of students to school for the very first time. We're talking about our kindergartners. Now, that transition into school days can be a rough one for kids who aren't prepared. That transition can be a little rough. My colleague Craig Bergback took a look at what Evergreen Public School is doing to make that transition to kindergarten as smooth as possible.
Welcome to the very first day of school and your very first day of kindergarten.
The first day of kindergarten is a milestone day in a child's life, but it's also a day that can be full of emotion and stress.
And that can be a pretty daunting thing for a 5-year-old to, in some cases, go from having had no prior schooling experience and right into a kindergarten class with, 17, 20 students.
In order to ease some of this anxiety, Evergreen Public Schools has the Kindergarten Smart Start program.
Feedback that we've gotten from parents very consistently is that it helps quite a bit. Oftentimes parents have as much angst or maybe more than the student does.
School Board Director Rachel Rogers was amongst the dozens of parents who dropped off their kindergartner for the first time at Fisher's Landing Elementary School.
Good morning. You want to say hi to Miss Magnuson? We got a little.
But one thing that Rachel and her daughter Maddie weren't worried about was meeting Maddie's teacher, because they had already met Miss Magnuson.
We sat down, just the teacher and me and my husband and Maddie, our daughter, and she talked to Maddie, she engaged her in conversation, she showed her the classroom, she talked to us about Maddie's strengths and what goals we have for Maddie, and I don't know, that was really a great process.
Welcome to school.
Through Smart Start, every kindergarten parent has the chance to meet with their kid's teacher either before school or during the first few weeks of school. This interaction is beneficial for everyone involved.
To sit down with them, one-on-one and have a conversation and make sure that some things that are important for them to share are heard by the teacher, that's a big deal. And our teachers very much appreciate that as much as the parents do.
I love you. I'll see you later.
The goal here is to make sure that a student's first step into the Evergreen Public Schools experience leads to a successful journey to graduation.
Thank you.
It really goes with our mission that kids come first. And they really prove that by how the kindergarten process starts, by doing that slow ease in.
When we started this in Evergreen a number of years ago, is this smoother transition. The number of students that are distressed on the first day of school went down significantly and has remained so.
Now let's switch gears one more time and talk about our older students. I'm talking specifically about Evergreen Public Schools graduates. Product of Evergreen is our periodic look at Evergreen Public Schools graduate who are going on to pursue their passions. We recently visited with a Mountain View High School graduate who is parlaying his love of baseball into a role as the general manager for one of our area's most successful minor league baseball teams.
Hot dogs by the dozen, a costumed mascot, in this case a giant pickle named Dylan, and a crowd of thousands gathered to watch the Portland Pickles take on the Corvallis Knights. Helping make it happen is 26-year-old product of Evergreen Public Schools, Ross Campbell. The Portland Pickles general manager.
Fisher's Landing Elementary, Shahalo Middle School, and then ended at Mountain View High School. The head baseball coach, Aaron Coutu, was a fantastic coach, and he taught us a lot about discipline and leadership and things like that.
The guidance of coaches and teachers, a passion for baseball, and a handful of business and marketing classes put Campbell on the path he's on today.
Well, I played baseball in high school for all 4 years. I was on, the varsity baseball team for 3 years and a captain my senior year. And really, once I got a couple scholarship offers, and I decided I can either go to a small school or I can go to a big school and really kind of explore the sport management aspect and the business behind sports. And so I went to Washington State and kind of stuck with that route the entire way.
A degree in sports management is helping Campbell put the Portland Pickles on the minor league baseball map with enthusiastic and often sold-out crowds and sometimes quirky promotions.
And we kind of looked at everything and we said, what is actually going to be creative that no one's done before? So instead of doing a Star Wars night like every minor league team does every single season, we decided to do things like DB Cooper night, where we dressed up our favorite intern as DB Cooper and he ran around throwing dollar bills out. But really, it's just doing things that people haven't done before, and the media and the press seems to really like being creative, and so we really like kind of branching out and not doing the norm, I will say.
On the night we visited, the Pickles gave away 600 Pickles mascot bobbleheads. During a typical game, Campbell is in constant motion, from helping out season ticket holders and VIPs to making sure the food and entertainment concourse is running smoothly. But for this Mountain View High School grad, it's all about putting passion into action.
It's a lot of work, it's a lot of hours, but if you have a drive for this kind of thing, it comes second nature.
And as they say on the Pickles home field, that's a really big deal.
Now, the only bummer part about doing that story is I didn't go home with a Portland Pickles bobblehead of my own, but I do want to thank Ross Campbell and the entire Pickles organization for their hospitality when I visited them earlier this summer. Now, broadcasts like tonight wouldn't take place without the help of dozens of video production students from across our district. In fact, tonight I have no fewer than 10, I think it is, maybe 11 at last count, video production students from Heritage, Evergreen, Union, and Mountain View High Schools helping bring tonight's broadcast to you on Comcast, YouTube, and Facebook. KPTV News recently came out and did a story about our program and how we bring real-life job skills to these video production students from around our district.
Well, the magic of TV really is truly done behind the scenes. It's the people in the back that are the real MVPs. The viewers in Clark County, the real winners of the broadcast crews delivering football, volleyball, soccer, track, hoops, you name it, they've got it. We go tag team with Vancouver Public Schools Game Time and Evergreen Public Schools Sports Broadcasting in tonight's High School Spotlight. This is reality TV. Student-driven, behind the lens and behind the switcher.
Something usually goes wrong right at the very beginning in the studio.
That's TV. The TV stars beyond the Friday night lights are the man hours logged after school by the crews for VPS Game Time and Evergreen Sports. We're both ready for prime time.
People always ask, why you keep doing this when you could just go home and hang out. To me, this is kind of hanging out because it's that much fun.
VPS and EPS are instructed by former local television news producers Nick Voll and Matt Griffin.
As somebody who's worked in news, I've seen what a good production looks like, what a professional production looks like, and that's what these kids are getting.
We're trying to give them a real-life job experience that they could take into any type of video field, broadcasting field.
The student volunteers are in video production courses during the school day before the broadcast day begins on Comcast Cable Channel 328, as well as their respective live feeds on Facebook and YouTube.
I don't really see it as extra work. It's really fun to me, and getting to do this after a long school day is sometimes hard because I can get pretty tired, but overall, it's pretty engaging.
And not all jobs are created equal.
I actually ran the instant replay machine, which everyone says is the hardest job, which it is.
Both broadcasts deliver the images differently. VPS streams over a fiber network to a control room a few miles away. EPS completely on scene, with a production truck at the stadium or gym where the broadcast is originating from.
One of the things that we appreciate is that our school districts actually support this sort of thing, that they don't view it as some sort of, extra thing. It's something that actually benefits our community, from the folks at home watching to the kids on the court or the field and the kids behind the camera. It's something that they value, and we appreciate that.
And the programs have churned out some professionals in the industry, like Timber's Emmy Award-winning director, Patrick Brown.
This gives an opportunity to just create that school spirit, showcase students doing positive things in a way where they can learn real-life job skills.
And we are just moments away from the second half, the Union Titans versus the Mountain View Thunder. Before we take you to second half action, I do want to say thanks also to Scott Wistrand, the video production teacher from Evergreen High School, who is the director for many of our fall sports broadcasts, and our video services coordinator, Wade Ferguson, who helps teach these skills, job skills that they can take into the video production field, or any field for that matter, into the future. Now, second half, Union Titans versus Mountain View Thunder.
Alrighty, we want to welcome you guys back here to the second half of the Mountain View Union clash here. Very good first half here. 14-10 the score. We've seen lead change 3 times in that first half. It's a pretty exciting football.
It really is. And, I mean, we've got both teams have made big plays and big defensive plays so far. I mean, when we look at total yardage, though, it tells a different story. Union only has 121 total yards of offense compared to Union's 260. So, Union has doubled the amount of total yards, and they try for an onside kick.
There's Silverthorne on the onside kick. Union tried to get that with a little trick play there to start it out. Mountain View on top of that, able to jump on it, and Mountain View will get the ball back now in some pretty good field position. Not a bad thing to do. If I was the coach, you're up.
Yeah, caught us off guard.
Yeah. I think Coach wanted probably a little bit more of an angle on that one instead of right there at him to give him kind of an opportunity to get at that. But Mountain View will take the ball over on their 47-yard line, first down and 10. McCarthy now looking downfield. He looks like he was trying to get down there to Isaiah Johnson, and they had a little miscommunication. Johnson, I think, it was supposed to leak up the field and kind of get himself open when you see your quarterback scramble like that. But McCarthy has got to throw that ball away. He can't hold on to that one. Throw it out of bounds.
He certainly does.
So that's going to be 3-yard loss on that one. Bring up second down and 13. Rolling out again. He's got Delmage out there in the flat, but not able to get that to him. He's going to bounce it off the carpet right there in front of him. That'll bring up third and 13. Now this is when the Union's defense likes to get super aggressive and really come at you and make a difference here. We'll see how Mountain View, what they have dialed up for that, to kind of take advantage of that big rush that the Titans are going to put on them. Swapping the line up. No running back in the backfield. He's going to drop back. And that's exactly what we thought was going to happen. They were going to come at him. And he came around the edge.
Huge blindside hit.
Big stop. That is number 20. Came from the outside. Tyler Summers, 6'2", 200-pound linebacker. Outside backer, not touched. And here is going to be the replay. Yeah, there was nothing he can do. He didn't get touched at all. I'm not quite sure who was supposed to pick him up. The tackle tried to reach him, but he was by him too fast. Ouellette's now punting. Kind of kicks that one right up into the air. We'll see what kind of bounce it's going to take. It's going to get stopped and picked up right there at about the 42-yard line, so Union will take over.
It's not a great punt.
Nope, not at all. We don't really want to give Union a short field. Union's always been a team that comes alive in the second half of play.
Yeah, they really have been in the past.
Yeah, so we'll see if that's still who they are here. Jones in the backfield. Get it off to Merriweather. Merriweather will get a little over 5. Get him down to about the 48-yard line. Bring up second down and 4 yards, it looks like. Three receivers on the far side. Merriweather down here at the bottom. They're going to hand that one off this time. Jones hit right at the handoff and is not going to get much out of that at all. Number 44, V.A. Ely.
They're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage. I'm not sure he quite did.
Yeah. They actually gave him a yard. Let's see here. Yeah, he's going to get stopped in the backfield. Slips that tackle, though. There's contact right there, and then just kind of falls forward. And hey, if you're a running back coach, that's what you want him to do, fall forward. Jones gets a slot right there in the middle of the field. That was going to be enough for the first down. Chains move, 1st and 10 from the 40. 2 running backs now. Looks like that's Chin and Jones. Chins tries to get it. He tries to cut up field. There's nowhere to go. He's going to be brought down by defenders of the Mountain View team. Malachi Baptiste brings him down for the loss on that play. Now they go back to the single back again. Jones now kicks that ball right up the middle. Jones just runs hard and gets down to the 35-yard line. All the credit to Jones on that play. He broke through a lot of tackles, just churning. So a lot of hard running here tonight for Jones. And some easy runs. That touchdown, he didn't get touched. But
no, he didn't.
He has shown that he can take contact and still get extra yards after that. Looking for a guy in the flats. That ball's going to be thrown out in front of him, so it is an incomplete pass. That's going to bring up 4th down. Union's punter is also their quarterback, so I'm sure if there was a situation on a quick kick or anything like that, then he's already got his guy in the game. Jordan drops back. Merriweather coming across the middle of the field. And they are going to call the pass interference. Late flag on that one. And that pass interference call is going to be enough to get them the first down. Jordan going for all the marbles on that one, going for the big home run pass.
He really was.
Got lucky that this got called a pass interference. They got it themselves out of this one. Oh, offensive pass interference. Okay. And so that ball will be, they'll turn over on downs.
There's a plot twist.
Yeah, it sure is.
Didn't see that coming.
So that's only the second fourth down they have not been able to convert tonight. There was one in the first quarter, and then this one here in the third. Other than that, they've moving the ball on the 4 quarters. They play like they got 4 downs.
They are, and they've been successful in doing it.
Yep.
I mean, the problem with this one is that it sets Mountain View up to start at the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
Gives them a short field to work with.
Zach McCarthy's going to take off on his own. Lowers that shoulder and blasts through there for a couple of extra yards. He's going to make it down to the 47-yard line. Strong side to the short side of the field, and then pulled 2 guards and went to the wide side. Not a bad play. Not a bad play. All right, 3 receivers down here at the bottom. He's going to take off again. And this time he's going to make it down to the 42-yard line and bring up 3rd down and 2. So now once again a bunch set down here at the bottom of your screen. Quarterback's going to keep this one again, spin into it, and get across the 40 for the first.
So they give him the first down. I think he earned it, though.
Yeah, he did. He did. Kept moving after contact, and that's going to be the most important thing. Domage and Gross lined up on the far side. Alec Can, the running back. Isaiah Johnson lined up as the wing. We're going to hand that to Alec. Alec's going to break that first tackle. And he's going to get stacked up just over the line of scrimmage. Looks like they're going to give him about a yard on this. This kind of style is definitely in Mountain View's favor. 2nd and 9. Tried to get that one to Alec Can. That went right between his arms there. Hit the ground. That's going to bring up 3rd and 9 now. Always a tough situation, 3rd and 9 against a Union defense. This is when they like to come hard.
Yeah, I mean, here, I mean, even if you get close to the first down marker, that's putting you close into field goal range.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's going to roll out. And it's going to be intercepted. McCarthy throws the interception. Good job there. Ulrich's the one. So not quite as good as a punt, but they got out of it without any serious damage. Kind of a hard pass to throw. He was rolling into his hand, so he would have had to turn and set up to get that one out there real good. Jones breaks into the outfield. Gets across the midfield there into Mountain View territory. That will move the chains. 1st down and 10. Clock on the move. 5:05 left to play in the 3rd quarter. C.J. Jones now drops back. Looks for Merriweather. Has Merriweather on the A fly route, but out throws him by a lot on that play. Trying to do a little slant go on him.
That wasn't C.J. Jordan, though. That looked like that was backup Alex Gurman who threw that pass. He's in there at quarterback. We missed that as they originally set up.
Oh, you are right. There is a new quarterback out there.
Does not look like it's Jordan. It is Gurman. So now Gurman on his very first play throws one right to the sticks.
That is not Jordan out there. Number 11. What's his name?
Alex Gurman.
Alex Gurman. He is the backup quarterback. And there's Jordan calling the plays down there on the sideline. He throws a good pass.
Two running backs for Gurman and split wide receivers. A little confusion on the offensive side of the ball. A couple guys in motion once. And now they get set. Here's the snap. And it's handoff up.
Gurman now hands the ball off. Going to get down across the 35-yard line, down to about the 33.
Gurman, a 6'2", 165-pound junior.
Not bad. Gives that ball to Long. Well, yeah, C.J. Jordan's on the sidelines with his helmet off, so quarterback's going to keep that, and he's going to get upended right there at the 26-yard line. 2 yards shy, 3 yards shy of the first down.
Everybody's shifting on the defensive line for Mountain View.
Going to hand that ball as a pass down the middle of the field. Tell you what, that young man has got a gun.
Yeah, that was the tight end, Kellen Milliken. Looks like Union may be pulling out, giving their starters a bit of a rest.
Well, everybody in the start, he's playing with the ones. He's playing with the starters. Going to hand that ball off to Jones, and Jones blasts right through the middle of the field to get that touchdown. Alec Hand right there at the 2-yard line trying to stop him, but was not able to. Here's that replay. He just takes off right in the hole, runs in behind some great blocking. There's Alec Can trying to flip him up, but is unable to keep him out.
You know, this just goes back to what we were saying in the first half and the depth of the Union football program.
Yeah, bring in your second quarterback and takes the ball right down the field and scores. The slap is muffed. We'll see if and there's not a whole lot there for them to get there. And 20-10 now is the score.
That point could become very important later on in this football game.
Sure can. Especially if Mountain View scores here. Touchdown and a field goal, and this game's tied again.
Yeah.
As opposed to now needing 2 scores.
Right.
If they had got that extra point. So Mountain View turns the ball over. Union capitalizes on it very quickly.
Very quickly.
Stretch the lead to 10 points.
point after tries to get ready to kick back to Mountain View. An important offensive possession for Mountain View.
Kicks off. Right there at the 10. Breaks away across the 30-yard line. Great run. Going to get him down to the 35-yard line. That is Alec Hung. All right, McCarthy's got him on the field.
First and 10 now. McCarthy in the gun, looking to the sideline for some more signals. He's got a couple receivers to his left. And running back.
Check the play. Can is the running back.
And he's going to go on the ground again. Takes the snap directly.
McCarthy decides to keep that one. He's going to get about 3 yards out of that before he goes down. And this is something that Coach Matheson likes to do. I mean, he likes to let his quarterback run the football. You saw a lot of that with the quarterback he had last year.
Yeah, McCarthy has been successful with it, picking up 3 or 4 yards a run.
Now on second and 8, an empty backfield. He's looking to his left, throws to the left. Short.
Unable to step into that, and he short arms it and bounces it off the turf right there in front of Alec McCann. That'll bring up another third down and long situation. Mountain View hasn't been very successful in getting themselves out of these. Trying to get the Can. Can not looking up in time.
No, that timing was off. He was wide
off
open
on that pattern, yeah. I think he rushed a little bit. If he'd have held on to it another count,
yep,
he would have hit Alec right there in the open. Happy feet.
And at that point, it would have been a foot race.
Yeah. So another third down, long situation. Mountain View not able to capitalize on, and they will be kicking it back to the Titans. Mountain View making sure they have all their personnel in the game.
There's still a little bit of confusion in the special teams department.
Well, we got to delay a game. That'll bring up
4th and longer.
Exactly. Fourth down, 13 to go. Both the returners for Union standing about the 38-yard line. Nice high punt. And he fair caught that one. I'm sure he's upset about it now.
I'm sure he is.
Ball dropped out of the sky pretty quick.
It did. I mean, that was a high punt.
Yeah.
High punt. We lost it for a second or two once it got past the rafters here.
Yeah. So Union gets the ball back on the 36-yard line. It'll be first down from there. 2:17 left to play in the quarter. Handoff again. That's going to be Chen. Jones back in the game. Gave the second quarterback, gave him a series. He was able to get out there and capitalize.
Certainly was.
Second down and 8.
Second and 8, Jordan takes the snap.
This time they're going to fake it. Jordan's going to keep it this time. This time he's going to have no place to go. He'll get a couple out of that. They'll bring it across the 40 down to the 42-yard line, bringing up 3rd down, and it looks like about 4. C.J. Jordan and Jones beside him. Jordan's now rolling out, looking downfield for a man downfield. Not able to get it out there to the tight end, and that's going to be Milliken. That'll bring up 4th down, and it looks like they are going to actually punt it this time.
They have a punt team?
Yeah. Shows up. They got somebody out there. Jordan goes back to punt it. Alec Can standing inside the 20. Kind of a driving punt. Going to pick it up on the hop. Alec gets to the outside. Going to make it down to about the 23-yard line before he's taken down out of bounds. Clock stopped at 46 seconds. Left to play in the 3rd quarter. This is EPS Sports. Rod Lawrence, Ryan Vassbinder. We're here at McKenzie Stadium on a Friday night. First night of high school football.
What are your thoughts so far?
I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. We've got some good games and some good close scores. No blowouts, and that's always nice. I like to see things competitive.
I would have to agree. Those are some wise words.
I'm glad you think so, Ryan. Thanks a lot, man. It took me a minute to search for them. So I'm glad they were appreciated. All right, McCarthy sets him up. He's in the backfield by himself here. Check play. And they looked like they were trying to run a wildcat, and they had movement. Direct snap there to Alec Can. There was mention made in the paper earlier in the week that he might have been the quarterback, the starting quarterback, but it looks like Coach Matheson decided to go with McCarthy, and Can stayed the running back.
Well, McCann has had a fairly productive night so far at running back.
Delmage right there. Just refusing to go down. Looks like they're not going to give him anything and keep him right there on that line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 2nd down and 17. McCarthy now looking. They're going to go ahead and let this run out, and that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter.
That was the 3rd quarter did not match the first half of this football game.
No, it did not. It did not. A little slower. We'll see what the 4th quarter has to hold for us. Mountain View's on top. I mean, Evergreen. I'm going to call every school in Clark County here. Union on top, 20 to 10 over the Mountain View Thunder. I'm just going to call them all, man. It's everybody. Just roll call, right?
Roll call. They're all here.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that 3rd quarter. I mean, Union, made a bigger lead, but other than that, it was kind of kind of a ground and pound. It moved a little quicker than the first two. And Union was able to capitalize really and truly just on a turnover by Mountain View on that one.
Right. Yeah, they were. I mean, it was a 3rd and long situation. So with the turnover, Mountain View didn't give up a whole lot.
No, they didn't.
The surprising piece was Union went ahead and put in
their second string guy.
Their second string guy under center, Alex Gurman, and he was able to lead his team downfield with ease, it seemed.
Yeah.
Made a couple passes and able to get in the red zone, punched it in for 6.
Yeah. Sure did. I mean, he looked impressive. I mean, he looked like he could have been the guy. And he probably would be the guy at another school.
At another school.
All right, well, we'll kick off this 4th quarter here. Up by 10. And I'll tell you there, Isaiah Johnson just having a tough night tonight. That's dropped that pass out there in the flat.
Yeah, we haven't called his name a whole lot.
We have not. He got the shovel pass. That was dropped, and he just dropped this one on the out. So those are the only 2 times they've gone to him. And he hadn't been able to help him out.
Now it's 3rd and long, and
right down the middle of the field. And there you go. Right down the middle. There's a nice shot. And that's going to be that tight end, Dominic Stevens. Nice pass in a tight area there for McCarthy.
huge play for them to keep the drive going. Now on 1st and 10.
Going to give this one to Can, but he's not going to go anywhere. Linebacker's going to blast in there and make that that tackle. Logan Wilson, linebacker, unblocked, comes right in and just spoils that play.
His name just sounds like a linebacker, Logan Wilson.
Right, it does.
There's no other position he could play.
It's going to be a loss of 4. 2nd down. McCarthy's going to take off and run this one himself. And he is going to make it back to almost to the 45-yard line. So it brings up a nice 3rd down situation. Here it is right here. Decides to just go ahead and take off instead of trying to pass that one. Out in the flats again. Can. Oh, let's see where it's going to, where they're going to spot that. It's close.
Looks like they're spotting it short. They may have to measure this one.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. If you look at the line judge across the way, his foot's right there on the line, it looks like. Let's see where they're going to set it. That'll make all the difference in the world, is where he actually puts the ball down.
Or his front foot.
Yeah. And he set it on his front foot, and that is going to be the 1st down. They just eyeballed that one and gave it to him. So 2 good plays back-to-back after the penalty, and they are able to move the chains just outside of Titan territory.
Shotgun snap to McCarthy, looking left, and here is a huge rush on him, and he goes down.
Big rush, and he's going to take a loss again for about another 4 yards. We'll bring up 2nd down and 14. You know, I don't know if they tell him to throw the ball away.
Yeah, they may not,
because that's not anything that he does. It looks like he's even considered. I mean, if he can't take, if he can't find anybody, he just he ends up taking the sack.
It does seem like the Union defense has really stepped up.
Yeah.
In the 2nd half so far.
It does.
I mean, the biggest play they've given up was a 15-yard pass.
got a quick hit out to the
That one trying to get to Delmage. Looks like Delmage didn't break that one off early enough, and it fell short. They're going to bring up a third down situation. Little miscommunication because Delmage was open out there. Well, this time they go trips. And Mountain View's going to call a timeout. Coach Matheson wants to talk about this third down and long. Their success rate not very high here.
It hasn't been tonight, you know, and the way that this Union defense has stepped up in the second half, they've really stopped almost everything that Mountain View has thrown at them.
Yeah. They sure have.
They might need to pull something special out of the playbook just to get a little bit different vibe going, different look.
Uh-huh. All right, back on the field here. Clock stopped at 9:05. Mountain View down by 10. Drops back, a nice big rush.
That was a great catch. He was able to bring it down. Alec he's well short of the first down, but
great catch there.
Spectacular play. Here's another look at it.
Yeah, one-handed that one.
One-handed.
Very good. Odell Beckham on that one. And Adam is going to go ahead and keep it. He is at the crucial time here. He does need a score, which makes a whole lot of sense. And now we're going to back him up. We'll see what he decides to do with this one. 4th and 8. It's a lot different than 4th and 13. And, yep, they have decided that they're going to go ahead and punt this one away. I thought that penalty kind of pushed it a little too far for him to try.
It really did.
And that's too bad because that would have been a great opportunity for him. There, you know, we're talking at 8:29. You know, Union sitting on a comfortable 10-point lead. We'll see what happens here. This time he didn't fair catch it, thinking he was going to get an opportunity, and he paid for it.
And he thinks he probably should have.
Yeah. So the ball caught at the 18-yard line. No run after the catch. Union will take the ball over from there.
It was great coverage. I mean, he timed that hit perfectly.
Yeah, he did.
So maybe he's thinking, I've got some room this time. Can't quite catch it like last time. The city gets lit up, but a nice play all around.
Two backs in the backfield.
Back in there at quarterback for Union,
and they're going to hand this one off. This time the running back has nowhere to go. So we give that one to Long. Looks like they will give him the line of scrimmage. Second down.
Second and 10 now.
Back up this time. This time he's looking for somebody downfield. Decide he's going to have to take off. Oh, breaks through that first tackle. And this time he's going to get run out of bounds.
He got a decent gain out of that from that broken play.
C.J. Jordan. How tall do they say he is? 6'3"?
6'3", 190.
Okay, so he's a nice, solid kid. He ran through that first tackle pretty easily.
He did.
Tackled him out of bounds, so the clock stops at 7:34. Time he's going to hand it off. Jones gets contact the minute he gets the ball. That's going to be V.A. Ely.
And that's going to move it to 4th down.
And I think he will go ahead and punt it from here. Yep, he is.
Yeah, 4th and 4.
I would still watch for the fake punt with Union.
You have to watch everything from Union. You know, there's so many times they surprise you.
Yep, it sure is. End over end just kind of drives that one. And it'll be downed right there at the 36-yard line.
So not bad field position for Mountain View to start
not
this
at all.
drive. I mean, we're sitting 6:48 left in the game, down by 10. They've got to score here. Whether they decide for a field goal or go for the end, so they've got to get points up on the board in order to have a shot to pull this one level.
Yep, this is a crucial series right here. This is a crucial series. All right, McCarthy's got him set down. There's 3 receivers on the far side. He's going to get that out to Alec. Alec's going to go right up the middle. He's going to get across the 40 down to the 42-yard line. Design rollout. Good job there by the Mountain View receiver to realize that he was out of position and turned into a DB on that one and made sure there wasn't an interception.
That very well could have been the ball game.
Yes, it could have been. Good job there. That's Kobe Gross. But it also looked like he pulled up on his route, too. Dominic Stevens, the intended receiver, takes a nice little pop for trying to catch that ball right there in the middle. So we got a flag sitting there on the 50-yard line, possibly on Union. And it is. It's going to be holding on against Union. That will bring up the first down.
I mean, at this point, Mountain View is going to take yards where they can get them.
Yeah. So they'll march off 10 yards. That will be enough to move the chains. And Mountain View now is in Titan territory. 6:08 left to play. McCarthy decides he's going to take this one himself. Nice little run. Get about 6 out of it. Bring it up second down. There's a replay here.
It was actually Alec Can.
Oh, that sure was Alec Can.
And Alec Can is now playing quarterback.
McCarthy is now on the sideline. Well, looks like he's going to get maybe a half a yard out of that one. We'll see. That'll bring up third down. Okay, McCarthy comes back into the game. Can will assume his responsibilities as the running back. Bring up third down. Delmage lined up here on the numbers. Hands that to Alec. Alec gets contact right away, tries to spin out of it, not able to.
No, that's gonna bring them up short. They got to the line of scrimmage. They didn't gain anything.
Yeah.
Now they're stuck in a fourth and 3 situation with just over 4.5 left on the clock.
Yeah, they're gonna go for this one. And Union all over that. Not able to get anything out of that one. They actually lost yards, so Union's going to take the ball over with very good field position with 4:27 left to play in the game, and they're up by 10.
Yeah, I think the story of the second half is the Union defense. They've really stepped up and played great D. As we see this replay here, they're able to just wrap McCarthy up.
He paid for that one too. He took some pretty good pops on his way down. This time the quarterback's going to keep it. Lowers his shoulder and tries to blow through the corner over there. Chin there to make the stop. Jordan picks up some yards, gets down to the 47-yard line. Jordan's going to keep it again. Picks up a block from Ulrich. And he's going to get run out of bounds. Coach Rosenbach a little upset on that play. I think he wanted the quarterback to get that pass out to Ulrich. He decided to keep it. Ulrich threw a block.
Can't make the coach happy all the time.
Nah. Here we go again. This time he gets it out to Ulrich like he was supposed to. Ulrich's going to get up the sideline, and nobody is going to touch him at all for the touchdown. Oh, it looks like they had him stepping out of bounds right here at about the 37-yard line.
That's what it looks like. I mean, it was definitely close. He was tiptoeing that line. I thought he got through without stepping out of bounds, but we're going to see here on the replay.
So he needs to tell the band. Let's see here. You really can't see his feet on that one. Let's see. Yeah, we're not going to be able to see his feet to see where he actually stepped out. Got plenty for the first down. But no touchdown. 3:31 left to play. Run play to Jones. Jones is going to make it down to the 35-yard line. Clock continuing to run. I'm sure Union will take their time on this one. Run the clock down as far as they can before they snap the ball. Jones again is going to take it right up the middle. Makes it into level 2, and he's going to get down to about the 26-yard line before he stopped.
That's going to be enough for a first down and move the chains again.
Yep, it is. Here's the replay. Nice hard running.
Yeah, you see Jones, he's consistently and constantly moving his feet to gain as many extra yards as he can after contact.
Blowing through all the tackles. First down and 10. This time the quarterback's going to keep it. Steps upfield. Going to get flipped up. He's going to get across the 20, down to about the 17-yard line. So he just told the quarterback to wait for the official to raise his hand. That means that there's 5 seconds before it's delay a game call. So he'll sit there since there's no field clocks on the field today. He'll sit there. When it gets down to 5 seconds, you'll see the official raise his hand. There he goes. They will take the snap then. Kind of bleed the clock for as much as they possibly can. And they are going to signal the first down. Let's see what the Whitecap is doing. Coach Rosenbach's trying to run the clock. The official stops it. Oh, we had a kid lose his helmet, so by rule, he has to leave the field for at least one play. So the clock's running again now.
So I had 195, then he got a 9-yarder, and then he got a 2-yarder right there.
Coach Rosenbach calls a timeout. Not sure what him and the official was talking about. Oh, he took the timeout to talk to the official. Is what he wants, is he wants to talk to the Whitecap.
It's a pro move.
Yep.
You know, the way this game has turned out, you know, I thought it was going to be a lot higher scoring after those first few minutes of that first half.
Yeah, it looked like it. It looked like it.
You know, and we've got a 20-10 ball game. Not quite the barn burner we had last year, but still, these are two very good football teams.
Yeah.
They're both going to go very far into the season.
Yeah, they sure are. They sure are. Well, whatever differences Coach had with the officials, they seem to have gotten over it, and we're ready to resume this game. Minute 26 left to play. Union on top, 20-10.
This one saw Mountain View jump on top early, but the Union offense, and specifically Isaiah Jones, has been too much. Now it is Jordan back.
Quarterback's going to keep it again. This time nowhere to go. Runs right into the would-be tackler out there on the far side, and that looks like that is Alec Can making the stop. Good shot there of Jordan and Jones. And Can too. Number 37 back there in the backfield with him.
I'm a little bit surprised too, but now with 50 seconds or so, we should get another snap here. A pair of running backs back there with Jordan. Clock now still running down at 40.
Clock now ran down under 40. And Cantu almost got in there for the score. He did get down to, it looks like, the 4-yard line. First and goal from the 4. 26 seconds. We'll see if Rory decides to punch this one in, or they're going to run one more play because they don't have to. Or we'll see if they'll take a knee. And it looks like they're going to take a knee. And that's the way they're going to do it. And time is going to run out with Union on top. 20-10 over Mountain View. Very well played game by both of these teams here. Very well played game.
It really was. You know, we had a few turnovers, but both teams really played well throughout the entirety of the football game.
Yeah, they did.
Second half was definitely a little bit slower, a little less explosive than that first half. But no, like I said just a few minutes ago, both these teams are going to go very far into their seasons.
They sure are.
Two very well coached ball clubs, and I'm excited to continue to watch them.
Oh yeah, me too. These two coaches have a whole lot of respect for each other and each other's team. So with that being said, we want to thank you guys for joining us here on the first night of high school football. We'll be bringing you plenty more throughout the season. Rod Lawrence, Ryan Vassbinder, this is EPS Sports, and you guys have a great night.